All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I know we haven't started play yet, but we want to get on the horn because we are excited. We are anticipating yet another gnarly, exciting. I add on the gnarly because the matchups we're going to see here in our stream, Court 1 stream, are going to be phenomenal. And Rob on the mic, Victoria Dennis, kicking it courtside here in our overcast day. But honestly, with how hot it got yesterday, the clouds are welcomed.
They are very welcomed. It's going to be hot and spicy on court number 1, and starting us off, well, the number 4 seed Caldwell and Cook against number 12 Bourne and Wilcox. What makes this game so exciting, Rob, is the fact that these two teams just saw each other last week in the finals of Virginia Beach. It was Bourne and Wilcox that won away with that title. So Caldwell and Cook, well, they want a revenge story here on court number 1, and what a better time than to do it at the Manhattan Beach Open.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, these teams have been playing so well. If they're the hot teams in the 2024 season, it would definitely be these two teams. And what's crazy is Tri and Ryan, only second AVP match together, tournament together. We get Seain and Cody really dialing in 2023. They're going to be rocking it big time on this court. And it's going to be a three-setter. I'm going to call it right now.
It is. It's going to be a three-setter. It's going to be hot and spicy, and it's everything that we want here at the Manhattan Beach Open. So let's get to it. And it's an overpass kill for Caldwell, fresh out the gate.
And fresh out the gate is Sean Cook talking across the net.
And good thing we have those court mics hot and ready because we know the fans love to hear that dialogue.
Yeah, the cook is in the kitchen and he's talking it up the scene. Caldwell off the cable, bounces out of play. Wilcox just gives it a good look with his Hawaiian red, white, and blue stripes, rocking on the panels of his trunks.
Wilcox and Bourne, both out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
Cook with a good pass off his knees. Cook swings high and hard on the coverage. Wilcox knuckle pokey. Ball bounces off the cable, falls. Cook rocks it down the line, going thumb down on the pound.
And that's exactly what I expect to see from this team right now. They are a feisty duo, Caldwell and Cook. And what they do so well, they have that very fun jump set action. They have that on two. So we can expect to see a lot of that here.
Bump set by Wilcox to the left pin, pressing over his Caldwell. Wilcox no block up and bouncing it over the pier. There's Ryan Wilcox.
Wilcox is a force to be reckoned with. Some young blood out there on the court. Ryan, he went to UC Santa Barbara and then found himself on the sand. He was an all-team, all-Big West first team All-American, led them in kills, 312 his senior year.
Going cross body on the crush is the double C, Cody Caldwell.
Caldwell's mom is in attendance here, rocking the cheetah print bucket hat with the cheetah print leggings, and she is my favorite human.
I think she's in the Barbie movie.
Yes.
Caldwell, tough serve, make that an ace dealt from the deck for Cody Caldwell. Early 4-2 lead, or 4-2 lead for Caldwell and Cook.
His serve is so lethal. What makes it lethal is his consistent toss. The best servers in the world have the most consistent toss, and that's what Cody does.
Caldwell looking to spin it, and we have a foot fault.
I'll take that one. That's the old broadcaster's jinx there.
I think it's only the second we've seen here today, or this weekend so far.
Point-for-point action. Both teams going back and forth here, as we could expect early on in this ball game. Still on the winner's side of the bracket, given that this is a double elimination tournament.
Going back to service, Ryan Wilcox, a 6'3" defender from Honolulu, Hawaii. Good save by Caldwell. Caldwell rolls it down the line just like a well-oiled machine.
He is a well-oiled machine, and it is consistent. He has great vision and keeps that ball out in front of him. He has a great hand-to-ball contact, and not to mention, he might have been an MVP over in the NCAA.
Set outside by Bourne and Wilcox. Looking for a touch, and Wilcox going direct to the source. Caldwell, you touch that, and Caldwell denying it.
Deny, deny, deny.
Does honesty is the best policy work in the men's side these days?
You know, all is fair in love and war.
So, I love that very diplomatic answer. Service misses long 4, looking at 6, and back to the line. Try Bourne. I think you've heard his name a few times over these last few years. A very solid professional and Olympian in Japan or Tokyo. Big rip from the on the line, misses just wide. You know it's loud if you can hear it through your headphones.
Exactly.
Back to serve is Caldwell. High pass by Wilcox, taken off at the right side. Wilcox and looks for high hands. And Caldwell looking at the our referee, Dave Vandermeer, thinking that it was outside the antenna or something. Well, the laws of physics would dictate that actually Caldwell is actually pressing through the antenna, so.
Yeah, using all of that 6'6" reach of his.
Wilcox, tough serve, but even better pass by Caldwell. Caldwell denied, but recovering is Cook. Caldwell and Cook back over. Faking the attack. Wilcox going for the shake and bake and then to the fake.
Exactly. Wilcox, the shorty on the court, standing at 6'2". Graduated from Punahou. Found himself at UC Santa Barbara and is just a crafty athlete.
We see you guys in our fan zone. We're going to try and be a little more active today. We had some technical difficulties yesterday, so we're trying to pay attention more to the score and make sure we have that correct than being online. But we'll try our best to engage with you as we go to our second side switch, all mounted up at 7-7, and honestly, we are not surprised at all.
No, not in the slightest bit. Both teams hitting pretty well right now early on in the first set, and we can expect this to be a back and forth battle. We can't expect that, well, because both teams look really good in their first ball side out at the moment.
Wilcox steps back to the service line and hits that one into the net. 8-7. You know, having a great 2024 season are the team of Sean Cook and Cody Caldwell. They've got 2 seconds and a third here in the Contender Series, which have only been 3. So they've been really hot. But another hot team with only 2 tournaments under the belt is Try Bourne and Ryan Wilcox, as you see Bourne just dropping it behind the block.
Right. Wilcox and Bourne being a new team together and obviously making waves, solidifying that victory in Virginia Beach. But yeah, Sean Cook and Cody Caldwell, I mean, they are a fan favorite. We'll see it in the chat with their team names, either Well Cooked or Cooked Well. I know people feel very strongly about what that team name is, so go ahead and let us know in the chat what you like to call that team. I don't know. Is it Well Cooked for you or Cooked Well?
I don't know. I'm still stuck on the Braveheart reference I've been wanting to go to with Sean Cook's blast on the right side. His freedom blast. Freedom! Wilcox with a rock and roll.
Wilcox getting his feet to that ball very well, and then a fast unload with that arm swing.
Wilcox has always been one of those players you just want to watch on the court, always getting that star play done and getting it done in the clutch as well. They're going high line serve over towards Caldwell. Caldwell blocked by Bourne. Fake attack, Cook on the right side, and Cook going to his finesse game, rolling over the top.
Cook, the Scotsman out of Perth, Scotland, standing at 6'3", part of the national Scottish indoor volleyball team, where he was a part of the national team as a libero, barely made roster, cut in 2012 to go to the Olympics as a libero, but now he is finding himself making waves stateside on the sand.
Well, stateside with a 2-point lead after that service ace, just going right into the seam between Bourne and Wilcox. Good pass by Bourne. High ball set in the middle, and Bourne cracking the whip on the high ball. 10-11 as we go into our technical timeout, and Vic, we are hot out of the gate with a good one here.
Yeah, we sure are right now. Both teams hitting really well. Bourne and Wilcox batting 556 as a unit. Caldwell and Cook 500. So both teams being very disciplined. Not a lot of unforced errors on either side, and they're getting some good solid block touches and just reading really well right now. Our stats say that there's no digs, but I'm not sure if that's correct.
I don't think there have been any digs. They've been hit so hard, they've been deflecting out of play and ricocheting into the other courts right now. I mean, these guys are blasting hard. You know, you can hear through the courtside mic, but just the contact they're getting, they're letting it all hang out today.
Yeah, they really are, and that's a testament to their vision as well, right? They're really holding that pressure on their opponents, both of these teams, by getting a first ball side out, by not really letting a lot of extended rallies happen, given the fact that, yeah, there are no digs right now in this ball game. We're halfway through. 10 serving 11.
Dinks forever. Did you say dinks? Dinks is old school.
Is it? Yeah. I thought I said digs, but I think dinks is fun.
Dinks
I'll take it.
Retro, but that's all right. You said digs, it stinks. Little off-speed spin serve by Bourne, and Cook goes off the block, picked up by Wilcox, has to go over, down the line, pull dig by Caldwell. Caldwell looks, goes cross-court off the cable, dug by Wilcox, going horizontal. Wilcox looks, shoots, goes off of pulling Caldwell again. Caldwell against Bourne, dug up and over by Wilcox, and the D2K. And Wilcox looks over at Vic and says, "You said no digs? How about that, girlfriend?"
I'm pretty sure he heard me too, because their dugout is right next to us. So maybe that fired him up a little bit and said, "Okay, I'll get on that stat sheet for you." 2 digs in that rally for 2 different people, Wilcox and Caldwell. They both hurt us.
Church, you're asking who is coaching Shani? That would be the brand new Florida State coach. Actually, wrong side. That would be the legend, Mike Dodd. Cool, goes right side. Just a little wrist snap, no pace needed, just little placement.
Yeah, he has those bunnies. He hangs in the air, able to see that court, and then that last second hand-to-ball contact, directing it up and over that block of Bourne.
Cody Caldwell back to serve with a 12-11 lead. We've got a knockdown, drag-out fight happening as Bourne says, "I'll show you my crossbody, Cody, right now."
Yeah, exactly. Well, of course, these teams have seen each other. They saw each other in the finals of Virginia Beach a couple weeks ago. So I think the fans know what's up, because they're already lining up around the courts here. And it's only 12 past 8 a.m. Everybody with their coffees, Rob.
Well, with the temperature lately, it's iced coffee for me. Sean Cook back to serve. He's going with that shallow serve, testing out Bourne in that area 4, and he just wipes it off the top and out of play.
Great use of that big block of Caldwell.
Bourne always a lethal offensive threat. He stands at 6'5", went to USC. He's going over to Cook. Caldwell fakes the 2-ball attack, and another wrist rocket from Sean Cook.
Great play there from Cookwell. That jump set, being able to hold the blocker, and then the finesse on the set from Cody Caldwell. Sean Cook, easy peasy lemon squeezy with that set. Cut shot back to the sideline.
Caldwell going deep and misses about a couple inches long, and Wilcox wisely lets it go. And we are tied at 14s.
Yeah, I like that aggressive serve. He's challenging that end line and the sidelines right now, playing that chess game of the serve and pass.
Bourne just looking like he's got new energy this season, especially after that Virginia Beach victory. New partner, Ryan Wilcox. I mean, this is only their 2nd event together, and they're really dialed in.
Yeah, and it's great that Bourne is able to take a rookie like Wilcox, bring him, you know, into his den per se, and show him the ways of the AVP tour, and especially with a block like that.
We have a Bourne supremacy sighting on the court.
Bourne standing at 6'5", played indoor volleyball at USC, been on tour since 2013.
10 first place finishes for Bourne, and his 10th one was with Ryan Wilcox. Drop down the line, and Caldwell with a smart shot going off speed. Did you see Try apologizing to Wilcox? He didn't realize he got it up, and he kind of stopped his effort.
I mean, Wilcox is there. Don't count him out. He's a sneaky little one back there.
He's omnipresent on defense. Low pass, picked up by Bourne, and Wilcox high line, dug by Cook very easily. Set to the left pin. Cook off the block, and zigging when he should have sagged was Wilcox.
Great transition play. It'll come down to who can make those 1 to 2 dig to transitions, because both of these teams are siding out at a high percentage.
Testing out Wilcox and service E. Beautiful set by Bourne. Chop shot winner. Welcome to that chopped salad at Manhattan Beach Pier, because that's what Ryan Wilcox just did.
Yeah, looking like an all-you-can-eat buffet out there, letting that ball get to his right shoulder, and then he contacted the ball on the right side of it, going thumbs up, being able to spin that ball back to the sideline.
Bourne testing that area 4 serve to Caldwell. Nope. Oh, look! Oh my gosh! Downtown detonation. Check for that mushroom cloud on the ocean. Holy cannoli!
I would say so myself, giving the fans exactly what they want to see.
Cody friggin' Caldwell on the attack. Bourne goes over on 2 and catches Cook going the wrong direction. Still got a touch on it though.
Yeah, smart option play there by Bourne. He saw the window open in that deep seam, and he took it.
Wilcox back to the service line, the 6'2" defender from Honolulu, Hawaii. You know, Rick McLaughlin, his former coach in college, only has the greatest things to say about Wilcox. And sneaking, oh, double contact called on the set. We're gonna have a conference. Nope. Caldwell just looking to discuss David Vandermeer. And now he looks up and says, boy, what you talking about?
Yeah, it's interesting I mean, from an athlete's perspective, we always want to know, like, okay, well, can you let me know where is the limit? Does the limit not exist? Is it relevant? I've heard recently from a couple different refs that they're okay with seeing a little bit more spin. They don't want to see as much lift.
Well, I'm curious in the fan zone or the crowd zone, who are you pulling for? Well cooked Caldwell, or the Bourne supremacy and Wilcox? Sean Cook with a blast out of the right side.
Yeah, answering right back, just staying calm, cool, and collected.
Cook steps back to the service line, one of the most charismatic personalities on the tour, on the AVP this year. High ball to the left pin, swatting is Caldwell, and he comes down to the second jump and has a fist kebab winner.
Yeah, great vision there from Caldwell, being able to see that deep seam in the court.
We've got another lead change here with the Caldwell and Cook backup. I wish we had track of lead changes. I feel like we're going to need that here in this particular match to kick off our Saturday MBO on Survival Saturday. Try Bourne going to off speed and get that winner popping in the corner, 19-19.
Yeah, he hit that very well. I mean, Cook and Caldwell were trying to take that cross seam, and he was still able to see it.
Jay DeBellius, I agree. Wilcox was fantastic playing with Devin Berkey, his former gaucho, but you know what? He got poached. Triborn said, there's potential there. And I'm going to take that young buck under my wing and show him a few things.
Exactly. Possible set point here for Team Cookwell.
Set point to 19. Wilcox, good pass. Bourne sets to the right pin. He is denied. And Cody Caldwell making a statement stop. 21-19. All it took was one attempt, Vic.
One great timing, right, to have your first block for set point, but what a first set battle. I mean, going back and forth the entire time, but it's that block at the end, the solo block. Pardon me, Bourne had one earlier, but exactly what we expected to see, right? Both teams are batting 500. They have a block apiece, couple digs on each side. So I would expect Bourne and Wilcox to come out of this and push Cookwell to a third. But right now, the leads, they went back and forth a little bit. Both teams seeing the vision relatively well. Maybe we'll see a couple more on two plays. in the second set.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They are definitely putting on a show for a crowd that's gathered out here on court 1, because there's court 2. There's not as many people over there. We know they're going, but I mean, this is the highlighted court right now, even beyond what's happening in stadium, which is another good match. Gina Urango and Tony Rodriguez against just a couple Olympians from LSU, Taryn Cloth and Chris Nuss. I think you've heard her name somewhere.
Heard their name somewhere a couple times. Well, they're all battling here, Rob, to get a seat in the very exciting AVP League happening in the fall.
Well, we will definitely talk about that, but I mean, we asked this yesterday. They unveiled the names of the team names of the cities being represented, and you know, I'm going to try and go off the top of my head here. Austin Aces, Dallas Dream, the LA Launch. We've got the San Diego Smash, the Brooklyn Blaze, New York Nitro. Who am I leaving out here?
Miami
Palm
Mayhem.
Beach Passion. That'll be the easy team to beat them, I think. Miami Mayhem, and there we go, 8 teams. And the way that's going to work out is the winners of the Heritage Series will be automatically entered into the draft, and the next 5 teams after that with the highest placings and points will be eligible for the draft as well. There'll be a men's and a women's team representing each of the cities with an alternate team available as well. There'll be a best of 3 rally score to 15. Each team will play on 8 consecutive weekends, culminating into a championship in that 9th weekend.
Yeah, it'll be very exciting to see. And the ball game we're watching right now, well, both of these teams have an opportunity currently in the points race to be a part of that AVP League draft as set number 2 gets underway.
We see you in the crowd zone. Appreciate you guys chiming in. Great save by Cook off the cable, serve by Wilcox. Wilcox, easy dig, fake attack by Bourne. Wilcox, knuckler, save by Cook, swing on 2, and it takes 2 to make a thing go right.
What a read by Sean Cook, stepping into that cut shot. Big crossover step for him to lift that in system for his buddy Caldwell to go against the flow back high line.
The reverse flow attack and the jump serve misses wide. He's definitely trying to hit more of a placement spin serve because he's not putting full pace on it. I've seen Sean hit a hard jump serve, and that's not it.
Playing that chess game, moving that pass around a bit.
Bourne back to serve, goes cross court over, got an overpass, joust, one out by Cook, over by Wilcox, saved by Caldwell, back set to the right pin, and going off the cable is Cook, and we have this Scottish flex going on. Caldwell just nodding his head. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, letting them know I do have those lanky arms over here and know how to use them. He was able to get that hand to ball across. That ball drifted through his window on his right shoulder, but that 6'6" arm span will work in your favor.
Good pass by Wilcox. Wilcox is on the run and gun and goes off the block. Ooh, they're going fast and furious. I love it because Wilcox is such a showman.
Yeah, they are. They're speeding up that offense on their side. That's a great idea. They're trying to go fast around that block of Caldwell.
Wilcox towards Cook. Cook swings around and knocks it down.
Cook jumps, looks, and then does his cut shot. It takes years of experience and reps to do that, especially on a stage like this. You can do it all you want in practice, but it's that in-game, real-time experience that these athletes have, that they're able to showcase it at this level to make it look so easy. It is not easy, Rob.
Wilcox wisely letting that ball go, and you can see that indoor prowess, just his ability in serve receive to recognize when the ball is floating long. 3-3, and that ball goes long. Try putting a little heat on it, putting on a pedal to the metal on the jump serve.
Yeah, firing away from that service line, especially at this level, the serve now.
All right, they had a little showdown courtside here at the crossover between Travis Muir, Sean Cook, and Mike Dodd. I know with
some joyful banter.
Travis's guns, I'd give him the nod, though.
No, the serve here, it's the first weapon at the service line to try to get your opponents out of system.
Oh, that's called an ace.
And that is called an ace.
I was going to say it was out, but the crowd, a little grumbling in the crowd. Am I spotting Caldwell Cook t-shirts over there? What are they all wearing? I wish you could see it on the stream. Bourne, good pass. Set Wilcox, high ball, and elevating is try Bourne, taking the escalator to heaven.
Yeah, great needle there, threading it through that seam in the block. Great thumbs down veteran move from Bourne.
We are seeing some of the most elastic man moves between Bourne and Caldwell. And they have got wrists on swivels, arms on swivels, and they're going around, over, through blocks. Cook, look out below. You thought that Cook was Scottish, but I'm sure that he's a Norse god after throwing down that thunder at the right side. My goodness, he's sending a message to Stadium Court. Bourne, excellent pass, high ball, right side, double contact, call to the set.
Interesting.
6-4. I guess we're tightening up the calls a little bit more today.
They're getting a little tight. But, you know, to each their own. I kind of like to say let the boys play. That's my opinion.
Cook back to serve. Cook listed that 6'4" defender from Perth, Scotland. Bourne off the block, Caldwell coming over on two, and great dig by Cook is what you got to recognize on that. Perfectly dug ball right in the center of the net, and enough for Caldwell to get a second jump up. And we got a timeout with the biggest lead of our match at 8-4 for Caldwell and Cook over Bourne and Wilcox.
Yeah, set number 2 off to a hot start for Team Cookwell. Right now they're hitting 714 out the gate, so they already have 5 kills versus only the 2 for Bourne and Wilcox. So right now they're trying to slow down the game, regroup on their side, and try to see maybe what couple of changes they need to make, or maybe it's just, hey, let's focus on our side. They'll be doing what they need to do, but what do we want to do here to earn a first ball side out?
Well, we have seen a lot of action here, and I was going to ask you after our first set, what are we seeing happen here between these two teams?
Well, you know, for me right now, Caldwell and Cook, I mean, they're using that on-2 option in transition really well, and it's momentum plays, right? This game is all momentum, and it helps you a lot when you have those fiery plays under your belt. So they were able to loop 1 to 2 back-to-back plays to solidify that 4-point lead.
We're back out of the timeout again. Caldwell and Cook coming in as number 4 seed, leading 8-4 over the number 12 seed Tri Bourne and Ryan Wilcox. Only Wilcox and Bourne's second event together, and it was this year. It's a very recent happening. Bourne, look at that. Just somehow weaving around the block of Caldwell because Caldwell was pressing over. 5-8, stopping that run of 4 for the team of Caldwell and Cook. Bourne looking like he's in the zone, waiting to get that jump spin off. Ball's passed by Caldwell. Caldwell on the attack, and Caldwell turning on beast mode again.
Beast mode, they want a part of that paycheck, Rob. $300,000 to be divvied up here at the Manhattan Beach Open. Also, bragging rights, also your name solidified in history on the Manhattan Beach Pier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not taking a side here, but I want to see this go 3.
The fans, what do you want to see? We're looking at the chat, we can see you. Do you want to see it in 2 or 3?
Good pass by Wilcox. Great 2-ball dig off the board attack by Cook. Cook looks, shoots, dug by Wilcox off the net, saved by Bourne. Dropping down the line, knuckle dig by Caldwell, set by Cook outside, and dropping it in the corner with like a stamp on an envelope is Cody Caldwell.
Wow, what a play in transition. Controlled knuckle dig, and then a calm, cool, and collected deep seam swing. Great call there from him to pull off the net.
Love the chat. I said I want to see it go 3, and someone immediately responded, no, we want try in 3 or 2. 6-10. Wilcox back to serve. Jay DeBellius. Missing you, brother. You're in London. Not a bad place to be. I know this is in your hood, but you got to travel. Wilcox takes a crack. Tight pass, 2-ball attack, unsuccessful into the twine. Point for Bourne and Wilcox, 7 looking at 10.
Creeping back in here. This is where they want to make that big push.
Wilcox off the cable, passed way off the net. Let's see what Caldwell does. High ball in the middle and a little heater down the pipe.
Great lifted set from Cook on that play. In the middle, and then Cody's step close. I mean, a seasoned indoor player, national champion under his belt.
No, Die Church, it is not Key Michael or Michelle. It's Vic Dennis or Victoria Dennis. So they're asking who's on the call with me today.
Hi guys, it's Victoria Dennis.
I met Key for the first time during the Virginia Beach broadcast.
Oh great, I love Key, she is awesome.
8-11 tightening up here in set number 2. Wilcox and Bourne trying to force a third set tiebreak. Meg is still in Italy, by the way, if you're wondering, because I think I saw that in the chat room or the crowd zone. 12-8, and that serve was close. They're going aggressive from the service line, Vic.
Yeah, it has to be all gas, no brakes, especially when you're trying to get a team out of system.
Wilcox off the bump set, and going to his roller is Ryan Wilcox, 9-12 at the technical. And it's a 3-point lead. I wish it was 11-12, honestly, or 5-5, and you can see as much volleyball as we can here.
Yeah, you know, there's still a lot of game left, right? It's only the technical timeout of the second set. We've seen it come back before. If you're rooting for Bourne and Wilcox, it is still a big possibility for them to come back in this second set. It's very easy, maybe not easy, but as a seasoned veteran for Bourne to say, hey, let's settle in, focus on our side. Right now in the set number 2, they're batting relatively well. They're batting 600 as a team, so they have 3 kills apiece here in set number 2. But where the difference is right now is that Caldwell and Cook, their defense right now looks a little bit more locked in. They're able to have 1 block on the set so far. They have 3 digs under their belt. So it still can go either way, but it's big momentum plays for Cookwell at the moment. It's an ace in the second set and a block in the second set. And that really is the difference for me right now, are those big momentum swings.
I'm looking at their hitting percentages, and look at Bourne and Caldwell, both error-free, hitting well over 600. They're coming out to play.
Big time. Yeah, Cody 6 for 6 with no errors in the second set.
Wilcox back to the service line after the technical time out. Rocking the camo Hawaiian trunks. Set outside, rolled over the block, and Cody Caldwell sold that hard approach like he's gonna drop a bomb.
Yeah, I wonder where those fans are wearing those graphic tees for Caldwell and Cook. Those are pretty epic graphic tees. We gotta see if they're selling their team merch somewhere.
Well, how about the Anti-Defense Club?
Yeah.
Ball saved by Caldwell off the block. Joust. Bourne takes a rip. It's dug up and over and out of play. I'm telling you, Tri Bourne's got TNT in those biceps today, because he is throwing down right now.
Yeah, he's out for a vengeance right now. He wants to make sure that they push this game to a third, and he's being able to lock in that tunnel vision, and he's coming into swing every time he approaches to the ball.
Bourne serves it down the line. Great serve, picked up by Caldwell, bumps it out of system. Actually, great set by Cook. My goodness, that ball was like 15 feet off the net. Cook with a high ball to the left pin off the bump set, and it was a very hittable ball.
That ball control was absolutely pristine from Sean Cook to be able to make an out-of-system play in system with that second contact.
Little jump spin off the cable, and big, oh my goodness! Let's get that on the highlight reel. Cody Caldwell jumped a little too early, landed, threw his arms up. Ryan Wilcox hit it so down and ended up blocking back over.
Troy Bourne is like, you've got to be kidding me.
Ladies and gentlemen, buy your lotto tickets because we might as well see if we can win something there. Even Mike Dodd, the legends, my goodness, can you, did I plan that?
Mike Dodd with his name on the Manhattan Beach Pier quite a few times, winning the Manhattan Beach Open. The Dodd family, a local rooted family in the Manhattan Beach community.
Along with Patty, always a fun one to run into, coaching. 15-10. Roll shot down the line. The attack error makes it 16-10. I think this is where the experience partnership is coming into play right here, because you can see Caldwell and Cook really just focused and level as far as demeanor wise on the court, whereas you can kind of see Wilcox is getting down on himself because of an error. And then back-to-back errors makes it 17-10. But Wilcox had been playing well up until this last few strings of points.
Well, it's about how can we reset on our side, right? He's playing with a seasoned veteran. Mistakes do happen even at this level. He's played high Division I volleyball. I believe he's able to take himself out of this rut.
Great set outside. Bourne goes off speed. That's the softest shot I've seen him hit today, to 11-17 on the turn.
Yeah, it's a smart shot from Bourne there, going up and over that big block of Caldwell. Now on this side switch, if you're Bourne and Wilcox, it's, hey, how do we win this side? 7 points on this side. What does it look like for us?
It's interesting. I'm watching some of the other courts right here. On court 2, you've got Theo Bruner and Trevor Crabb facing Billy Allen and Paul Lottman. Bruner and Trevor Crabb are up 1-0, but I think the crowd's around our court right now.
Yeah, they are packed in and all in the early mornings of the South Bay. They probably just wanted a parking spot, Rob.
A lot of parking issues down here today, but the city's accommodating. There's a shuttle that's taking you into the pier area as Cook floats it cross court over towards Bourne. A little back set action to Bourne, and he knocks it into the empty real estate. 12-18.
Yeah, luckily for the first game of the day, we're able to have this little overcast layer. It's 70 degrees outside. Wind not a big factor at the moment, only 4 miles an hour.
Bourne cracks it down the line, misses wide and long. Light at the end of the tunnel for Caldwell and Cook, up 19-12.
Caldwell was an outside hitter at Loyola, named NCAA Tournament Most Outstanding Player in 2014.
Also was a famed outside hitter at Newport Harbor High School, the Newport Harbor Tars.
And he has many fans with a lot of cheetah bucket hats over there supporting him.
Great serve by Wilcox. It's an overpass. Chalice and Sean Cook flexing as he wins, as we see our first match point for Cookwell. Well cooked.
What a joust at the net. Both of them seem to hang in the air a half a beat longer.
And both guys are in the gym, so you know there's a lot of compression on that ball up top. Bourne winds up, swings, and pops at the corner. 14 serving to match point number 2. Bourne back to serve here in our second set, trailing 0-1. It's a second match point fought off by Wilcox and Bourne. Jump serve Cook, bad pass, saved by Caldwell. High ball in the middle, rolls it, dug by Wilcox. Bourne gets his hands underneath it. Wilcox cuts it, gets the winner. 15-20 on the turn.
Great steady transition play from Wilcox and Bourne, being able to cut it back to that sideline. Seems like they want to spread their offense a little bit more here to try and push points to stay alive.
ME206 in the crowd zone. Yes, it is a beautiful morning in Manhattan Beach. It's nice when it's been super hot and sticky and dusty to have this cool morning. But we have a third match point off the cable, saved by Cook. And correction, Caldwell. Cook making an effort but falls short. Just didn't have enough arm and not enough leg underneath it. Makes that 16, serving the match point number 4. And Coach Mike Dodd says, let's stop that right there.
Yeah, good timeout call there from Coach Dodd in their dugout. A veteran move, I'd say myself, with Wilcox and Bourne getting a little bit rhythm there, getting lucky with that let serve, letting it trickle over. So Team Wilcox trying to look for a first ball side out.
So Vic, I always ask that element, are they trying to ice the server though?
Of course. Of course. As a club coach myself with SCVC, I had my boys, my 14s, and my 18s on the boys' side this last year. And every time I called a timeout and I got the point, I was like, I should have a stat for that. And I think coaches should have a stat for that in general. If you call a timeout and your team gets a point, you get a point, coach.
Well, one thing I've noticed, especially after like watching the Olympics and stuff, does it work? Because these guys are professionals. They know they're going to grip and rip no matter what.
Yeah, sure, but hey, on any given day.
Again, this is 16, serving to match point number 4. Try Bourne going back to serve, and seasoned vet, professional, and a phenomenal athlete. Great dad, I'll have to add on there.
Absolutely.
Bourne winds up, great serve. Caldwell, good pass off that tough serve. Trap at the net. Wilcox easily gets the read. Bourne, right side, knuckled, poked over by Caldwell. Bumps at right side. Caldwell jumping all over the place. Picked up a Cook, has to come over. Caldwell on the rip, dug by Wilcox. Ball's right up top. And Caldwell owning the skies above Manhattan Beach for a point, set, and match. My goodness, Victoria, what in craziness rallies did we just see to end the match?
I mean, a rally that we could expect from these teams. Wow, what an absolute barn burner of a ball game, going back and forth the entire time. I mean, to end the game on that play, I mean, yeah, we could expect it. But what a block from Caldwell coming out of the depths there of the sand. Great service pressure from the beginning of the game for Cook and Caldwell. Very proud of them.
Well, I will tell you, this is Survival Saturday here at the Manhattan Beach Open. So the team of Bourne and Wilcox are still alive. They dropped down to contenders match number 58. But moving on will obviously be Cody Caldwell and Sean Cook. They will face the winner of the match that was just happening concurrently over on court number 2. And not another easy one. Theo Brunner and Trevor Crabb, or Billy Allen and Paul Lottman, which as I'm looking on here, it's Theo Brunner and Trevor Crabb. So yeah, we are going to have nothing but just barroom brawls here in Manhattan Beach on court 1, at least for the first few matches of the day.
Yeah, so make sure to stick around here on court number 1. More volley after this, Rob.
That's right. Okay, all. Once again, we'll be up on the hour. That's in about 17 or so minutes. So I'm Robin Sparrow with Victoria Dennis here at the Manhattan Beach Open. Always a great time. Please stay in or even jump on one of the other streams on the Bally Live app or even the stadium court. I mean, there's a lot of volleyball. We won't hold it against you if you don't stick with us, although we'd love to have you because, you know, Vic, she wants to see a big crowd in the crowd zone.
I do.
I honestly have volleyball ADHD right now. I'm like watching 3 different monitors on my table here and just hearing the crowd go wild. What happened over there? Squirrel. Oh, over there.
Lots of good stuff happening on the sand, south side of the pier.
All right, we will check you all in about 15. Appreciate you chiming in on the crowd zone. And stick around. If you guys are at home, get your refreshment, kick it on the couch, and throw up all your devices and, you know, jump into the crowd zone. We'll try and answer your questions. I'm trying to type it. It's not working so well for me because I got to watch the match.
I'll type away.
All right, y'all. We'll see you in about 15 or so.